It's a collaboration of some of the brightest entrepreneurs and minds in the country, from business and academics to the nonprofit and government sectors. The Innovation and Humanity Summit will take place this week in Southern California, and 3 San Diegans will be speaking at the event. Will Maury, the co-founder and executive director of the Covey Leadership Center, and Glenn Llopis, the founder of the Innovation and Humanity Summit, join us this morning. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
All right, so Glenn, talk about the summit, you know, what it is and who's going to be there.
Absolutely. Well, the summit, Greg, is really, it's going to be dynamic because we're really going to address the issues that people think about every day but aren't acting upon them as we're all experiencing this economic crisis. So the summit is really intended to help renew the ways we think, act, and innovate across business and society, and really identifying those critical issues that are going to help us reinvent existing industries and really create new ones. And so the summit will be a collaboration of these minds across all these sectors. And one of our delegates, and we have 40 delegates, actually not only from all over the country but from all over the world, that will be represented at the summit. And of course, Will Maury will be one of those delegates, and we'll be tackling those issues, again, that really are going to propel economic development from within. And what I mean by that is, you know, we shouldn't be depending upon government to fix our problems. We should all be embracing the entrepreneurial spirit in finding new ways to create new opportunities.
So it's really the idea that innovation and humanity can coexist, that they're, you know, basically two sides of the same coin.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. And, you know, when we think about innovation, we should be thinking about ways that innovation could help propel positive social change. In other words, when we think about creating a new product or a new service, how does it impact society? I mean, people have said, well, we're getting close to the end of the recession, but if that's true, think about all the problems that still exist from a societal front. And so we need to be finding ways to help give rebirth to the things that matter in society.
Hey, Will, you've taught millions of executives worldwide as the former president of the Covey Leadership Center and teaching the 7 habits of highly effective people. Is this something that's needed in business today?
Well, it absolutely is, because to be effective today, we're in a new day. And the concepts that we're going to be talking about is how do you make what will save the world really practical for your own life and your own career. Today, more than ever, we're all the CEOs of our own careers. So the idea that someone's going to hire us and keep us employed for a long period of time is gone. So how can you make yourself valuable, even indispensable, in this brand new world where people are going to be really rewarding the people who can solve the problems that persist in society and create a world where everyone has a chance for a decent life?
So there's going to be, you know, a lot of business leaders on hand, some of the brightest entrepreneurial minds, you know, in America. But talk about, and I think you touched on it, but, you know, how does this relate to kind of the average Joe, the guy who, you know, doesn't own a business? Hey, I just work for the company.
Sure.
Well, I was going to say that we all have to be innovators. We all have to be thinking about how we can bring our skills and talents and experience to the world in a way that creates value. And the world really has no need of generic jobs. What the world's wanting is, do you have something to offer that's going to make my life better? And if we dedicate ourselves to that, become experts in that, then we can become indispensable.
You know, and touch on, you know, if you could, Glenn,
sure,
how it relates to what's going on in our economy. You know,
sure,
a lot of people, a lot of businesses, a lot of,
sure,
you know, going out of business, a lot of businesses are hurting, you know, and families are hurting. Talk about how it relates to the recession and then moving forward.
Sure. Well, a lot of people right now are trying to find that magic solution to get out of the mess. And what the summit is really intended to do is propel a new level of thought leadership. In other words, propelling solutions to what the bigger issues are. And so, for example, at the summit we're going to have several breakout sessions to talk about things that, again, that everyone talks about but maybe doesn't take action upon. For example, diversity in the changing face of America's corporations, or the new role of women in the executive suite, or the interface that social media has and how it's changed our lives and how it's changing our businesses, and finally, how developing countries can help develop countries. So these are issues that have tremendous impact and relevancy to businesses, but also as individuals. And so we're encouraging both individuals and organizations to attend, and they can learn more at innovationhumanity.org.
Or they can go to our website,
yes,
sandiego6.com, and then
perfect,
click on Hot Topics. Glenn Llopis and Will Maury, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Greg.
It's great to be here.